Now, I've chosen to include this problem because a number of people have struggled when they've come across this question in the past. But what I want you to do is I do want you to attempt the problems from the actual exercise first before actually watching this. Alright, so the question says this: the object and image positions for a lens of focal length f are related by the formula 1 over u plus 1 over v is equal to 1 over f, where u is the distance of the object from the lens and v is the distance of the image from the lens. Okay, so let's go through and highlight all of the key information. Of course, the formula is one part. Right, u is the distance of the object from the lens, and v is the distance of the image from the lens. Okay, so let's write out this key information first, just down here again. So we have the formula 1 over u plus 1 over v is equal to 1 over f, first point. The next point is u is equal to distance of object from lens, and v is distance of image from lens. And f is the focal length, which I forgot to highlight up here. And I'm just going to move all of this stuff down because it may get in the way in a second. Alright, the first question says make f the subject of the equation. That is, let's write out the equation first of all. And I want to get this bad boy here on its own. Alright, the bit that I dislike about this most of all, the thing that I think is really ugly about it and that freaks me out and that freaks a number of people out, is the fact that you've got all these fractions here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of these fractions by multiplying everything by each one of these denominators. So let's just start off with the u first of all. So let's multiply everything by u. So u times u times u times. Alright. So when we do the u times and u times, what's going to happen is the u is going to cancel out. So we just get 1 plus u times 1 is u on v, because the u actually gets multiplied up the top, equals u times 1 over f, so just u over f. Alright, let's now multiply everything by v. So we go times by v, times by v, times by v. Well, the v's here are going to cancel out, leaving us with v plus just the u is equal to uv on f. Finally, let's multiply everything by f. Alright, vf plus uf is equal to uv, because the f's are cancelled out. Okay, so all of a sudden we no longer have the fractions, which makes this just a little bit easier, but there's another key point that you need to look for here, and that is because we've got two different f's going on. Now, because it's vf and uf, we can't combine them, we can't add them together or subtract them, because they're not like terms. But what we can do when we've got two different types of f's, that is a vf and a uf, what we can do is we can actually factorize. So we're going to take out the f as a common factor, and when we multiply f by something to get vf, it needs to be v, because f times v will be vf, and when we multiply f by something to get uf, it must be u. Gets us uv. All of a sudden now we actually have just one f that we can solve for now. So what's actually happening here is it's saying f times v plus u in brackets. So all I need to do is divide everything by the v plus u. These of course will cancel out, leaving us with f is equal to uv on v plus u. Right, the next part says make u the subject of the equation. Well, we've gone to all this hard work to get this stuff here where we don't have the fractions anymore. So let's actually use this equation from before. So we've got vf plus uf equals uv. Okay, so we may as well get all of the u's on the one side of the equal sign. So you're going to go minus uf over here and minus uf here in order to bring the u's over the same side. So you're going to get vf with the uf's cancelling out is equal to uv minus uf. Now we want to get the u on its own, and how many u's have we got? Well, we've got 2, don't we? So what does that mean? With the 2 different types of u's, it means that we need to ding 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 factorize. So take the u as a common factor, u v minus f, because when you do u times v, you get uv. When you do u times negative f, you get negative uf, and you got vf out the front here still. Alright, now I've only got one type of u, and it's out the front, and it's been multiplied by v minus f. So of course we need to divide both sides by v minus f. The v minus f's here will cancel out, so you end up getting u is equal to vf over v minus f. Alright, finally the last part of the question says, how far from the lens is the image when an object is 30 centimeters in front of a lens of focal length 25 centimeters? Okay, so we want to know how far from the lens is the image when an object in front of it is 30 centimeters in front, so object distance is 30 centimeters, and the focal length is 25 centimeters. So let's go through and write that information out. So we know that the object distance, that is come down here, object distance from lens, well that's u, is equal to 30 centimeters. We know that the focal length is equal to 25, so therefore come down here, focal length was f, so f is equal to 25. And if we know u and f, what we're actually looking for is v. And let's just double check that. It says how far from the lens is the image. V is distance of image from lens, of course, so that's what we're trying to find out is v, and that's what we're trying to look for. So let's substitute that into one of these formulas. Now that means we pretty much need to get v on its own, and we haven't actually done that in any one of these points here, so we're actually going to need to rearrange the equation again. Or we can just substitute in and rearrange just that way, so that's what we'll actually do now. Okay, so we may as well use this easy problem out here once again that we've done. So that is vf plus uf is equal to uv. Alright, well I don't know my v's, but I do know my f's, so everywhere I see an f I can write 25. So v bracket 25 plus u being 30 in brackets times f being 25 is equal to u being 30 times v, which I don't know. Alright, so that means I've got 25v plus 30 times 25, which is equal to 750, is equal to 30v. Alright, we want to get all the v's on one side, so let's subtract 25v from here and subtract 25v from here. They're going to cancel out, leaving us with 750 is equal to 30 minus 25 is 5v. Alright, well we've got 5 v's, we may as well divide by 5 to get the v on its own. Therefore 750 divided by 5 is equal to 150, which is equal to, the 5's cancel out, v. And because it's a worded problem we need to provide a worded answer, so we write therefore the image is 150 centimeters away from the lens. And there we go, that's the solution. So if you have any more problems with this question, please do come up and see me during class.